So, welcome to the playground. Hi, Ivana. Want to play again, please? Yeah. And today we have chosen the subject of receiving wealth and money.
Yeah.
And and on the playground, we always create whatever fun we would like. So everyone please ask questions, pitch in, whatever you would like. And we'll see how much fun we can have. So last week, we talked about creating, and it was very quiet.
Yeah.
But
it was fun. Yeah.
Yes, and it's very interesting how we're not used to creating. We're just used to that people tell us how it's supposed to be. And with the subject today about receiving, we might have something similar, but let's see. So if I say receiving, what does that bring up for you guys? And now you have to unmute yourself if you want to speak.
What it brought up for me is that I have a fever, so I received infection. I mean, it's not exactly wealth, but so I might be. But I've been ill for now 3 weeks, and on and off. And I think last time I was taking care of my grandchild, and he was having a fever, and within hours I was having a fever, and he was well.
Mm-hmm. So are you a healer?
I don't know what's going on, but it's like I've never seen it so obvious before. Like, hey.
Okay, yeah. So are you willing to receive what you truly be now?
Yes.
Yeah. So anything that doesn't allow everyone here to receive what they truly be, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyond. So is there anyone on here that doesn't know that weird sentence I just said? It's called the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. And if you would like to know more about it, it's you can find it on theclearingstatement.com. And yes, but basically we just changed the energy. We talk about something, I ask a question, and an energy comes up. Tension. What is that? Receiving me? What? And then all this energy comes up of what that is blocking it. And when we say that sentence, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds, it takes us everywhere where we polarized it and locked it up. Basically, we go all those places and remove it. So that was just short, but please ask if you want to know more. Okay, so are you a healer, Paula?
Yes. Apparently, it's not working exactly the way I would like, but I think I am a healer. Yes.
Yes. So what energy? How much energy? How much space? And how much consciousness would you have to be the healer you truly be with total ease?
Wow.
Yeah. The space comes up, yeah. So anything that doesn't allow that, fully destroy and uncreate it all.
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pop, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, we're head on here.
Yeah.
There's no playing around.
No.
Sorry.
No.
We went on the roller coaster, not the big swing. Yeah. So anyone else, what does receiving mean to you? I'll bring up for you. Nothing. Okay, so I'll say
No.
a little about receiving to me. So today, well, actually, for quite a few days, I had this interesting receiving thing going on. On Sunday, I facilitated a being you class, and I asked in the middle of that class there was we cleared something, and I actually asked to be aware of everything and receive everything. And it is not always fun. I was bawling, I was upset, I was in my bed, took my sheets over my head, and I was like, oh, it's not mine. Great. Over that, move on to the next thing. And I have these, I had to sleep tonight. You know, I looked into job ads today. I had this thing going on in my head. I got to have a job. I already have 3 jobs. It's really funny. And I create my own business, but I got to have a job. And it's like, who does that belong to? And so I went and I found a job ad, and it was a nurse position, like I am, full time, in a what do you call it? Asylum for refugees before they get to stay in the country. And I saw that, and then I had to go drive, and I just brought that ad with me. And before I got to my house, 8 kilometers later, I was exhausted, tired. I was in a bad mood. I was feeling sad. I was like, what is that? Where did that come from? You know, and I must be tired. There must be something wrong. And then I asked it, so what is this? It's a question I asked. So what is this? And suddenly I was like, oh, that ad. What is this job? What is it going to be like to be there? And that was actually what I received. I received all that energy of what it was going to be like for me to be there. And my body was like, oh no, I'm going to sleep now. So what are you receiving that you can't deal with? Do you guys know of any of this?
It's all quiet.
It's all quiet. So are you receiving the quiet?
Yeah.
I actually had a fun thing.
Yeah.
You know, when I came more, I had the first bars course in about 1.5 months ago.
Yeah.
And then I wrote that statement, all of life comes to you with ease, joy, and glory. And I was like, fuck that. I mean, it was like so superficial. And I had so many judgments about it. And then, so it was like, and then about a week ago, suddenly, what is that statement? And suddenly it just came into me, and every time I said it, I was so filled with joy. So that's about receiving. And I was like, wow, I sort of got dependent on it. I have to say it. And I have a fever. My husband, he's worried about me because I have so much energy still, because I say this. And so I really want to do something and say, oh, please.
Yeah. And what is that? So when we are out in the world and we receive a lot of information, and then we have a reaction to it, and our body is saying, oh, this information is weird, or this virus is a little more than I would like to have. And it's just telling you a lot of alarms. When it put up a fever, it's alarming you and saying, okay, I'll kill it. And, I'll deal with that. I'll kill it. And everybody is projecting back at you what you must do. You must go to bed. You must take ease and take care of yourself. And actually, you got to take care of not giving it to me. Yes. But all those projections, they come at you along with all the other information and along with what your body is saying. And you're receiving all this. And then at some point, you kind of start building up walls. I do anyway. So we start building up walls because, I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. And this is too much information for me. There's just only one mistake with that. When we build up all these walls, who's behind them? You are. And everybody's still free. You're the only one in prison. Now you're imprisoned with your virus or whatever else you have in there that you received. The bad mood that I got, the tiredness, and everything is behind those walls because you don't want to handle this. So everything that doesn't allow you to be with all of this, to allow all the information you receive, and just receive it with total, like you say, ease, joy, and glory. Would you destroy and uncreate all that? Right and wrong, good and bad, put and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So we lock ourselves behind this wall, and what we really should do is we should put down all those barriers, all those walls, and just look at, what is this? Okay, body, what are you telling me? Has it got anything to do with me? So if you actually had looked at what is your grandson's, what does he have here? And if you didn't have put up barriers or point of views about whatever that was you were taking care of, then you could actually have said, okay, what vibration would my body and I have to be here with ease? And that means not to take it in. You don't have to take it in. You just look at this virus and it's right out here, and you're like, okay, I'll take care of him. He's choosing to have that. So everything you have taken on, instead of just receive the information, will you destroy and uncreate all that and return it all to sender? Yeah. Right and wrong, good and bad, pun and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So everywhere when I say destroy and uncreate it, it's like we created something with it, and we are not aware that we create everything in our lives. And when we uncreate it, we just basically tell our whole body and brain, go, this is over. I'm choosing something different. So, where are we going from now? I was going somewhere, now I'm going somewhere else. Where would you like to go?
Let's receive some more fun.
More fun. Oh, yeah. We were talking about money and receiving, weren't we?
Yeah.
More money, more fun, and more wealth.
And more wealth. Yes, that's the thing. But if you put up, okay, this is where we're going. So if you put up your barriers to everyone and their information they give you, all the shitty stuff, the bad stuff, all the stuff that you don't really want, and you put up your barriers to that, you cannot receive. And then you cannot receive money either, or wealth. So this is kind of the key to receiving, is you put down your barriers and you receive whoever comes. It can bring you money. And people are the one to bring you money. It's just a little clue. It's only bodies who require money. So it will be a body bringing it to you. I know it's a secret and we shouldn't have let it out. But so
what was the... Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Just continue.
Yeah.
It was another question.
Okay, yeah, but come bring it.
No, it was just the question from the event. What was that about?
Oh. Does anyone have a question about the money and wealth right now? I have it right here.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Okay. I didn't have it. But Paula is here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She asked the question. The difference between making a decision and choosing.
Yes, and also, is there never? I mean, yes, the difference between that, or do you never talk about making a decision? You always talk about making a choice.
Yeah.
It's as far as I understand.
Yes, and it's kind of like when you decide, it's more like it's more solid.
Yeah.
I looked at thank you so much for the question. She wrote it in our Facebook thread. Can we talk about this? And it was in Danish, but so a decision is for some reason there is some closed energy to it, and choosing is more opening up for something. And there's also something, a choice is like when you choose something, you are already moving. And okay, I decide I'll do this. I'll decide. I decide I'll do it tomorrow. When you choose something, you're already moving. Does that make sense?
Yes, very much.
And yeah, so when we talk about that, if you want to create something in your life, you must choose it. Like you come on this Zoom, you chose to come on this Zoom, and now you're here. We can make decisions about many things, but we usually don't perform on half of them.
And I think a decision is a conclusion, and then you kind of stops the energy to run. If you have already decided what you would like to, then you have stopped all the possibilities that actually is possible to contribute to your creation.
Yes, and a decision is usually longer. It takes a lot of space, whereas a choice, you choose something, and if it doesn't work for you, just choose something else. It's like it's not definitive so much as a decision. It's like it's big. So everywhere that you have defined your choices as big decisions, therefore you can never choose. Will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yeah.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pun and pock, all 9 shorts, spoilers and beyonds. I love it. We're out driving.
Oh yeah,
anything is possible. Yeah. Okay. And then there was something else you said about. It was another question. You had 2 things, Paula.
And let me see what.
Or is it by? Okay. Yeah.
Hi, I'd like to say something.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
When I think receiving, I've experienced a lot that when I can choose to be me as much as I can right now, it's easy to receive everything. It doesn't matter, good, bad, whatever. Mm-hmm. But when I choose me, sometimes it feels so intense that I track back to the old, what is called, barriers, everything.
Yeah. So what does intensity mean to you?
It's just overwhelmed. I feel overwhelmed, and I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's new. It's different from what I'm used to see.
Yeah. So there is actually the thing about uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And receiving can be very uncomfortable, and it can be very comfortable. If it's something nice, we love to receive it. I mean, joyful people, it's lovely we're together, and that's so nice. It's just that we can never, if we just conclude this is the only thing in our world, we forget about all the other stuff. And when we forget about all the other stuff, we get surprised when it hit us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everywhere you're not willing to be, make it uncomfortable so you can be aware of everything and conscious of it. So you can always know where to be, when to be, and how to be. Will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pun and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And when I talked about those fits I had with receiving at big amounts this week, what I also did when I went up in my bed and started weeping and, almost, I turned it up. I allowed it to turn, that's what I did with it. I was, I was being miserable for a second. I was receiving that actually for a little while. And then finally I thought, okay, I'm going up to my bed and I'm turning this up instead of shutting it down. So it's really a weird thing to do, and but turn yourself up. Enjoy it. Enjoy screaming. Enjoy weeping. Enjoy laughing. Whatever you enjoy laughing, and you like to turn that up. So enjoy it. And the funny thing is, it only lasts a couple of minutes, and then you're like, "What am I doing here?" And then you're really willing to ask this question, is like, what is this? Is this my reality? Oh no, it's not. Sunday I was having a blast, I was being me, showing others this is how you can be you. And suddenly I was sitting there being pathetic. But you can be everything. That's the thing. Everyone can be everything if they choose to. And that's a strength. You're infinite being, and an infinite being can just choose to be anything. And you can be pathetic for a while if that's what you choose to. That's the choice. And enjoy it. Lovely. So how intense can you be?
I actually.
Here. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's fine. A second. So, and anything that doesn't allow you to be the intensity of you, all the time, always, for all eternity, will he destroy and uncreate it all. Yeah. Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and park, all nine shorts, boys and dorms. I don't know where you live, but there might be a bomb there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, daughter.
Yeah, it was a experience I had for a couple of days ago. I talked about it last time, but for the moment, I'm in a class or whatever you call it in 4 weeks with some people with different problems or whatever you call it.
Problems.
Yeah, exactly. And the morning when I went into the room where we had the class, then there came a new boy, and there was something weird about him. I couldn't tell what it was, and then he went out to smoke or a cigarette, I think. And then when he came back to the room, it was like the whole room was turning around, and I was like looking all over the place, and I couldn't sit still or anything. And then I realized that that he have maybe then I was aware of his entities,
Energies around him, yeah.
The energies around him, and when I the words today.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
Did he smoke weed?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So so it's just when something is spinning like that in your body and the whole thing is going around, I would ask that question: is this is this drugs?
I got aware of that some minutes after, because I was starting like closing down, and I was like doing myself I was doing myself very small, and then I was like, okay, what can I be here to change this? And I was asking tons of questions, and then it started, shifting, and it was really not fun. And I was like, I'm leaving. I'm not being here anymore.
And that's the thing. So when there's structs involved, there is like energies that love structs and unconsciousness a lot.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of dark energies coming because they can control everything. And they are not very happy energies.
No.
So
That
when
was
you
what
feel
happened.
all joy being sucked out of you, this is the tool. Return it from whence it came, never to return to you, your body, or this reality ever again. And repeat it. Return it from whence it came, never to return to you, your body, or this reality ever again. And return it from whence it came, never to return to you, your body, or this reality ever again. And it doesn't matter what you call it. It's an energy that wants consciousness in this world. No joy. And that's the same thing that occurs with judgment when people judge you. That energy comes up and you can choose to say, oh, barriers down, judgment. Judgment. And if it wails in on you and you feel yourself starting to get small, return it from whence it came, never to return to you, your body, or this reality ever again. And I include the body. Since a lot of us have a tendency to take it in, like Paula does, and log it into our body and start fixing it there. The thing is, when we let energies like that into our body, we get really stuck for a long time and we're really depressed. And we just don't want to be there. And that energy of I don't want to be there is like that energy of wanting to die. And we're talking about money, isn't that funny? So that energy of wanting to die, you're actually telling your body, how do you and I get out of here fast? And if you are a very powerful being, you will have to start creating some illness. So if you go to a school or you go to a class and you have to go there for 1 or 2 years and you have that same situation every day where you're like, I don't want to be here. This is how you create illness. So everywhere you have been there and done that and called upon death by not wanting to be in a situation, will you destroy and uncreate all that and tell death, thank you for coming, but you can leave now.
Yeah.
And I'm choosing to live.
Yeah.
Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Well, never thought we were going to go there, but...
No, me too.
So it's not really off the subject, because when we talk about wealth and money, how many of you would like to get out of here?
Yeah, there's definitely some lightness in that.
Mm-hmm. Are you allowed to have money?
No.
No.
I would like to, but when you ask, I'm aware of no.
Yeah, so does that belong to you?
No.
No. Lovely. You're aware.
Yes.
So, I just
Yeah,
love
but
that.
I don't get the first thought to ask the first question.
No.
Yeah.
So okay. So how much of that is that energy we've just been removing? So all the energies that doesn't allow you to have money, all the judgments that doesn't allow you to have money, will you now return them from whence they came?
Yeah.
Never to return to you, your body, or this reality ever again.
Yeah.
Return them from whence they came, never to return to you, your body, or this reality ever again. And take all the magnetic imprintings so they can't find their way back. Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and POC, all 9 shorts, forwards and beyonds. Who is, there's some noise going on here. Is that, Yedekala, are you in a noisy environment? No. Okay. And it's right, when we're talking about energies, we want to return to whence they came. Woo. So, yeah. Yeah. So this is a lot of talk about energies, of course. So in Access Consciousness, we're looking at the tools of Access Consciousness to get you out of limitation. So all you can be you and the strength of you. And that's actually being full energy and full intensity and everything you would like to be. So, okay. And money. Back to that, Ivana. Let me ask you one more thing. So what does money mean to you?
Yeah, when you ask, I just get confused. What was it, those money workbook? The listener.
Oh, you did the money workbook. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What does it mean to you right now?
Yeah, what does it mean? Yeah, it's still something I like to have, but find difficulties in getting.
Okay. So, do you live in an area where there's a lot of poverty? Or drugs?
No, I don't think so. No. Actually, perhaps this is a municipality where people have a lot of money, or some have, and most of them have, but some don't.
But some don't.
Yeah, even those is the West Coast.
Okay.
This is a place with.
There is something there.
But I was brought up like it was poverty in a family that didn't have so much money.
So it's always about not saving money or not being able to do anything, or what?
Oh, my stepfather had a lot of debt. So my mother took her jewelries to the Pantelåner. I don't know what word is in English. Yeah. And she picked them up when she needed to, and then we went there back again, and so on. And I was in a private school with a lot of rich kids, and I was getting close once, twice a year or so. And we have uniform in the start, but it was very obvious who was rich and who wasn't. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't.
Okay. So everywhere you bought that identity as being you, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yeah.
Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and POC, all 9 shorts, forwards and beyonds. And everywhere you made yourself small, woohoo! Because of money, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yeah.
Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and POC, all 9 shorts, forwards and beyonds. And I'm going to say this is in the Access Consciousness, this is a demon clearing. So all demons return to from whence you came, never to turn to honor her internet or this reality ever again. Return to from whence you came, never to turn to honor her internet or this reality ever again. Return to from whence you came, never to turn to honor her internet or this reality ever again. And then I'm going to leave us. Take all the magnetic imprinting. Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and POC, all 9 shorts, forwards and beyond. So Ivana, this energy, this is a demon energy. And I would suggest that you clear something.
Yeah.
And close a portal at your house.
Okay.
Okay, just so you know, but that's not for now, but yeah. Okay. So, what are you not allowed to know about money?
You ask me or all
Yes.
of us? So, what was I not allowed to?
Yeah, what are you not allowed to know about money?
That I can have them.
So anything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive everything that you know from any lifetime about money. And to have money, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yeah.
Right and wrong, good and bad, fun and park, all 9 shots, bullies and beyonds. This is funny. Okay, I'll leave you with that for a little while. Ask me a question if you, yeah. See, and every time I unmute, it mutes again. So funny. Okay, any other questions about, well, this is very interesting, and it's not really significant. It's just showing up whenever somebody is trying or is choosing actually to step out into something uncomfortable zone, or choosing to choose more of them. And this is an area where it always have locked them down. This is where the unconsciousness and everything that will work for unconsciousness, including demons, will show up massively to stop you. Do not stop. Turn you up, Yvonne. You know how to turn you up. Turn you up. Joy, 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 joy. More joy. So, and when I say that, oh, Marianne is eating. Hello. So we're driving, we're eating. This is lovely. And I'm soon we're putting kids to bed too. So money follows joy. So Gary Douglas once said that, and I found it to be true for me anyway. So whenever you are joyful, things just seem to like fall into place, and you don't worry about anything, including money. And people will come to you, they will want to be around you. And when they're around you, remember I said, they will bring you money. Because there is much more things to wealth and money than the bill itself, than the coin. It's everything. If somebody brings you a flower, they bring you money. Yeah, and we don't consider that really. Anything they bring you money. So any gift or any, and when they bring you gratitude, this is really weird. When people are grateful for you, it builds on something that people can't stay away from, because they love that sensation of gratitude, and then that brings more. So yeah, I knew. I knew we were going to bed soon.
Oh,
Funny. Yeah. It's lovely.
Oh,
It's truly the playground right now. We gotta have kids on the playground. And it's like, okay, and we talk about choosing and committing. Look at that. I mean, Sia is choosing to be here every time we go on. She's committing to having this changed, and she doesn't care how many kids or cars or things that has to get in the way. She's on. I love it. So, and she's been to the Happy Mouth. I saw that ad, for Happy Mouth in Paris. So now everybody's gonna have a happy mouth in the family. Oh, that was a sidebar. Okay, so yeah, Yvonne is smiling more, so this is working. What else would you like to talk about money and wealth?
I have a question.
Yeah.
When we talk about money and receiving money and wealth,
Mm-hmm.
what what is the difference between requesting something and demanding something?
Ah, well, a request you can put out, but nobody has to do anything about it.
Ah,
A demand, you're not letting anything stop you. You're having it.
so request is more the light version of.
It's kind of like, I would like to have this. And if all the pieces in the universe work for you, you'll have it eventually. But you're like, I'll have this now. You will have it now. That's a demand.
Thank you.
Yeah. And it's a willingness to be full on energy. If you're like full on, you fully turned up to like Sybil, like just turned on where people can't take it, nobody's going to get in your way. They're going to get out of your way, and you're going to be like, oh, where did all the people go? But you will get anything that you demand that you get. Mm-hmm. If you're fully turned on and you're the infinite being with no walls up too, you will also know exactly what to be, what vibration, what to be in front of different people, and then they will not shy away anymore. Actually, there will be people still shying away, but not the ones who would like to create. And really, well, this is my point of view. Would you like to create with that? I mean, would you like to create with people who don't want to create? I tried that for like 40 years. I'm looking at finding friends that could keep me down. Finding people who would find the mistakes, and I learned about how to find the mistakes. How fun was that? I was like super depressed.
Not fun at all.
No, it's not. And so I would rather like say, that's this one to Sybil too. I would rather say, okay, I might be full on, but I'm joyful. And so I will just be joyful with me. So anything that doesn't allow you to be joyful, just with you, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yeah.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and park, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And I am aware of that a lot of you care so much about everyone in this planet and everything on this planet that just doing it for you is not enough.
Holy
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I know that too.
You stay in that classroom and you're asking questions for this guy. Going,
yeah.
how do I heal him? I'll take the drugs out of him and then I'll get a little boosty.
Yeah. Oh.
So everywhere you have been taking drugs, illnesses out of people. Drugs is also medicine, just so you know. Out of people, so they would not be tired. They would not be sick. And they could have a life. Will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yeah.
And return it all to sender. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and park, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Yeah. So, and that tiredness came up. So yesterday I was treating Gary, who I live with. And it was the second time now I did that 2-hour treatment, like body processes. And it was fine that day, but both times I did it, even though I say what energy, space, and consciousness can I be to facilitate these energies, which means make it easier and not take it on, I still have this like old people's home body after doing it, because my body I still have a point of view. I would like to help him. So everywhere you have been helping people instead of facilitating people to choose something else, and everything you took into your body with that, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pun and pock, all 9 short stories and beyonds. So you get really tired if you're around sick people.
Oh yeah.
You get really dizzy around drug people. And you would like a drink when you're around drunk people.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So when you're around rich people, you maybe would like to have some money.
I'll try that.
But another thing that might come up, Yvonne, is you may want to watch them and say, oh, I'll hold on to it. I don't want to get rid of it. I can't do anything, because rich people can also be like that. It's mine. Nobody can have it. And that's a shut down thing. So everywhere you bought that energy from your neighbors, will destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pun and pock, all 9 short stories and beyonds. I enjoy the way that Gary Douglas and Dane, especially Gary Douglas, but Dane here does it too, the way they create with money. It's like they'll have money and then they'll create something with them. They put them into something so it grows and grows and grows. New things, new things. What else can we do with the money instead of just sitting on them and having them in the bank? It also opens up when you open up and you flow money out to something that creates something. It comes in from the back, like energy. And money is just energy. Wealth is just energy. And when you give something out, oftentimes people give you something in return. And then it grows. So everywhere you're not willing to receive that money is just an energy and it flows just like energy flows, really destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pun and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So I can speak about this for days. And I will, for one day anyway. I will come to your house, daughter, and Susanna and Morten on the 17th of June. To do a class called It's Key to Wealth, the Art of Receiving. And Yvonne, you have been to the taster of this. It had a twist on it, but that's the class you've been to the taster of 2 years ago. And yeah, you were willing to have it 2 years ago.
Yeah, we were only
2.
How many? 2? Yeah, I remember.
But now it's been requested in Germany and it showed up here.
Oh.
So, and now it's a 1-day access class. So now I had it approved. Maybe that also changed the energy a little. So we will do a 1-day class and we will unlock anything that you would like to unlock so you cannot have wealth and money. Susan, you're ready.
We are already.
Yeah. So you're welcome. Bring somebody. And the great thing about this class is it doesn't have any prerequisites. You just have to you maybe have to like to have money a little, but you don't have to have any. So that means if you know somebody who really are struggling with money or wealth, bring them. If you really know somebody who's really rich that would like to have more, bring them. It might rub off on a few people. I had a money class in Germany, a clearing night, and there was this girl who had no problem with money. And she came anyway because she loved talking about money. She loved talking about wealth. And the great thing is that everybody could look at her and they can say, I'll have that. And it's energy. So it's an energy she's being, and you can just say, okay, I'll have that. Now you're also very good at picking up people's signals and have their illnesses. So when you say, I'll have that, you'll have that peace with wealth. You'll have that peace with money. You're not choosing whatever they're creating in their body, please. Just an advice.
Yeah, be specific.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember in a class, there was one girl, she was like, it's 2 years ago before Trump was a president. And that time she said, I just want to be like him, because she was thinking about the money. And then there was one saying to her, and would you like to have his hair as well? Oh no. So really be specific in what you're choosing.
Yeah, would you enjoy his attitude? Would you enjoy having all that hate that everybody's putting on him now?
Oh.
Yeah, it's all that, yeah. Yeah. What's what you're asking for? Oh. So, and that's, and I'm saying being aware of what you're asking for is more like it, because you don't have to watch out. When you have your barriers down, you don't watch out. You just be aware, and you know days, years before it's going to come to you. Depends on how fast you are, what's going to occur and what's going to work for you. And you know, if you know something days or years before it's going to happen, not a problem. You moved if it's not something uncomfortable. So any more questions? I love it. Quiet.
And it's all quiet again.
Thank you all for coming on. I will post this hangout with, if there was any clearings you would like again, we'll post it when I make it to YouTube and post it on the Facebook group where you found this. And I will also post that link to that class if you like it. And we're doing one more the day after. When we know how to receive money, we're actually doing another day. That's about creating a life. So it's a bit different, but they kind of go together and they like to play together.
It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah. Thank you for playing with me, daughter. I know I spoke a lot today.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
it's okay.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. And in bed. Good night.
Good night.
And feel better, all of you with sore throats. Thank you.